Hey everybody, it's Robert with RV Weekends, and I'm about to show you how I set up my RV at a unique campsite. Stick around. Well, the first thing we got to do is go find our campsite in this maze of campsites. It's going to be right up here on the left. Let's get it done. Here we go, right here. Right here on the right, and the water is next to, right on the same pole. So we're gonna back it right in between those two oak trees. We don't have to go that far, but I'm going to try to do that to keep the trailer and the truck hooked up if necessary. That way, less work to do in the morning to take off, because we're only gonna be here one night. So first thing I look at is my ability to back in. I got an easy turn in, and I got plenty of width for the front end of the truck to swing around. So this won't be a problem at all. So I'm gonna pick the spot where I want my back tires to hit so I can back in with no problem. So I want to check the trees above to see these branches right here. They're gonna come into play. They're not hard, but there is a branch right up there. I gotta pay attention to that. So if I look straight down, about right here is where I want my tire for the side of the RV to come in. So if I come in tighter, I'll probably hit the branch. So I don't want to do that. I don't want to hit the branch. So this is my mark that I'll look for, and then I'll pull out here real far to give me a good swing in, and then I'll hit that mark and cut it in. And then how far back I want to go, I'll know once I get in here. There's this, looks like a tree stump or a rock right here that I don't want to drive on. So I got to check all that out. I moved the picnic table because it was right here where I want to put the RV, so I slid it out of the way. So that's the main thing you want to look for, is where the power is, where the water is, and any trees and low-hanging branches, things like that. You don't want your RV to hit the branches. So it looks pretty good here. So I'm going to pull up and back in. I'm going to put the camera on the back of the RV so you can watch from behind. Alright, another thing you want to be mindful of is if you're going to put your awning out, you got to make sure that your awning is not going to hit a tree or something. Right here there's a tree, but since I'm only staying one night, I'm not going to put the awning out in it. And I'm not worried about rain or anything. The rain already came through, so I'm not going to put the awning out, and I'm going to leave the RV connected to the truck. So I'm not concerned about that tree, but that's something you want to look out for. So another thing you want to check before you get into your final position, you want to check the levelness of your RV from side to side, from the right to the left side. So the way I do that, I use that with my bubble level. I put it on my frame right here. And that looks like the passenger side is a little bit high. So if I want to level it, I want to put some leveling blocks on the driver's side. So let's do that. And I like to keep several different sizes of blocks to drive the trailer tires on. These are like 2x, and I also have 1x's for different thicknesses. So if you're going to be, trying to get your RV perfectly level, these little different sizes will help. I'm going to try the 2x right now. I don't need to be perfect. Like I said, I'm staying one night, and we're going to put them under the back tire on the trailer tires. All right, in this instance, I'm going to back up a little bit more onto the blocks. So I got to put one on the front and one on the back. And then I'm going to start the truck and back it up on top of the block. So I'm only going to move about a foot to get the tires up on the blocks. And then we'll check the level again. All right, we got it on the leveling blocks. Let's check the level to see how level it is. Oh yeah, perfect. The 2 eyes work perfect for getting the trailer level side to side. Now we got to level front to back, but before we do that, we got to unhitch the truck from the trailer. So if we're going to do that, we got to chock the tires so the trailer doesn't move when we unhitch it. So we got to do that now. All right, these are the wheel chocks I have. Got them from Harbor Freight, really nice. Put one under the front so it doesn't roll forward, and one under the back. So we can do that to both sides. All right, when you're chalking the tires that are already off the ground, you want to raise the chalk up to the same level of the ground that the truck is on, that the trailer is on. You want to raise it up to the same level that the trailer tire is on. Because what can happen is if the trailer moves and the chalk is down here, it has more of an opportunity to spin the chalk or dig it into the ground and roll over top of it. So we want it on the same level of the block that it's parked on. We're going to do that to the front also. Now, one thing you can opportunity to do right now is you can hook up the electricity. Since you're not going to move the trailer, if it's hot out or cold, you want to get the electricity going, you can plug in your electricity now if you like. That's what I usually do. Now at first I got to plug in my surge protector. Turn off the breaker first before you plug it in. Now it's ready to be turned on. All right, now that we're ready to unhitch and got the power hooked up, I'm going to check my level front to back. And my level says the back is a little bit high, and so the front can come up. So I'm going to go ahead and put some blocks down here and jack up the front. Actually, just disconnect the ball and leave the chain and the cable connected. I can also do that and not move the truck and then lower it back down in the morning and be ready to go. All right, since I got it this nice power jack, I'm gonna have to do it by hand. Let me check the bubble. Ah, we're almost there. Beautiful. I'll be good with that. So in the morning, all I gotta do is lower it down and put the little latch and we'll be hooked up and ready to go. So now we want to put out our stabilizer jacks. Show you how we do that. So when you're on a site that's just sand or dirt or loose gravel, you might want to get a little pad for the jack to go down on so it doesn't sink into the ground, so you're really stable. So here's my little pad I made out of 2x10 lumber. All right, the jack is down. I'm gonna just firm it up. Now you don't want to jack up the camper with these jacks. You just want to firm up the camper so it doesn't wiggle so much. So yeah, make contact and just put a few spins on it so it's firm. And you do that to all 4 corners. And then we hook up the water. All right, I did my slider out. And I took my bicycle out inside of the RV because I used the RV to haul the bicycle because the back of my pickup is full. So now I want to hook up the water. So I'm going to set the camera down so my hands will be free and I can do that. So the spigot is right here by the electrical power pole. So I'm going to put the camera on the power pole so you can watch. It's pretty simple. Put your filter on, and then where my RV is, my water hookup is right here. This is my water hookup. I already put a pressure regulator on the attachment area, and I put a 90 so the hose goes straight down into this hole so it won't stress it out. And I actually put a Y here so I can have my own little spray nozzle. If I want to wash my hands on the outside of the camper, I can just turn this little valve and open it and water comes out of the spray nozzle. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to run the water spigot through here and hook it up. If I get the water spigot hooked up, I turn on the water and let the water blow out all the air bubbles in the line. So when you turn on your spigot inside the house or your faucet, it won't blow bubbles everywhere. So once I do that, I turn off the water and then I hook the garden hose up to the filter and you're ready to go camping. So that's pretty much it. The basics of getting your RV set up, getting my RV set up. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe. If you like the content that you've been watching and you want to see more of it, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you'll be notified when I upload my next video. Thanks for watching RV Weekends. We'll see you next time.